they'll think we're drinking.
No, it's water.
Oh, okay.
We'll just tell them. Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to Virtual Tarot. I'm
Leo.
Ava.
And I'm Trudy, and because Leo is our magnanimous sign.
Yes.
And all of the time they get, don't they get the devil constantly? The the 3 of cups constantly, which is the party card.
Party. Oh.
Yeah, you guys like to party, so
Well,
we're drinking water.
They're happy. They're happy people.
This is water.
Yes.
Should I say that again?
They're rule. Yes, it's water.
This is water.
We're not drunk.
Yeah, I don't make comments.
Because don't make comments. What are you drinking? What are you smoking?
We're just naturally like this.
This is us. What can we do? So,
Yes.
I wanted to mention that this is also for those of you who have Leo rising and your moon may be in Leo. So this might be pertinent to you too. You always ask us that. So, yes.
And it is spring break.
Yes. And so we are here to celebrate that.
With water.
With water. Not drinking at all. But spring break is a beautiful thing because the children are set free across the land to create mayhem everywhere they go.
Yes.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yes, exactly. So for 1 week they take a break from propaganda.
Well, we don't want to be political, do we?
And that's
we call
great.
it academia.
Academia, correct.
Others call it propaganda.
Yes.
Who knows? Take your choice.
Anyway, so we're going to read for you for the month of April, and today we're together again. As you can see, I've healed.
We're joined at the hip.
I've healed, so we're back.
We're back. She's healed, and that's why we're back.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes.
We did 2 months of Hangouts, and we really appreciate that.
Yes.
So what we
We
do...
could barely see and hear each other, but it worked to
Yeah.
some extent.
So what do we do here at Virtual Tarot? Well, we read a 4-card spread for every sign
Hello.
in the universe.
Yes.
For all the flora and fauna and the dogs, cats, and aliens,
Yeah.
we read for everyone. So you're going to hear a lot of different interpretations. I might give you one interpretation. Ava will give you another interpretation. And so just hang out with us and learn the cards. That's the other thing we do. We teach the tarot. We believe that the tarot is the road to wisdom. And that if you hang in there with us and you watch your sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and maybe your family's rising moon and sun signs, you'll learn a little bit about the tarot and you can read for your family and friends.
Exactly. And it's extraordinarily helpful, not just as a prognosticator of the future, which is what we do here, but also as a psychological tool to help. It's almost like your personal psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
Once you can read the symbols, they're more designed to help make sense of your psychological state of mind, and often that will produce the results you want. If you can right yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, then you right your life. So there.
Okay.
All right.
What she said.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to do for you a 4-card spread, and if you haven't been with us before, this 4-card spread consists of the first card, which represents the environment, that which colors the entire month of April for you, Leo. The second card represents...
the challenges, the things that might present themselves as an obstacle to your progression.
The third card will represent the unexpected. Forewarned is forearmed.
And the fourth card is the outcome or the events, or maybe a very important event, or events that herald the future of the next month.
And before we do that, we're going to go ahead and go into last month and do a recap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready for last month's recap?
Ready.
Okay, and if you're not interested, just zip ahead.
Zip ahead. But don't complain.
Don't complain.
So
Okay. right.
So long.
Let's talk about Leo. Okay, so Leo, what did you get last month in the position of environment? You got the King of Cups,
Oh, the King of Cups.
which we do have some bundle keepers out there.
Yes, we call you men
Bundle keepers.
because, well, it's a long story.
In Egypt,
Yes.
there was no marriage.
There were
Men who presented their bundles,
and women who said yes or no to the bundle,
which was
which was then the
Actually,
marriage ceremony.
his possessions were in a bundle.
Bundle. That's how little they owned.
Yes.
Yes. Very
So-
much like the fool.
Yes, very much like the Fool. That's
The
right.
fool is the bundle keeper.
He is. I never thought of that.
We never thought of
Oh
that.
my, okay.
We have a bundle keeper in our deck.
It's a 0. I love that.
He's a 0.
It's a great, that doesn't mean you're a 0 bundle keepers out there.
0 is the, without 0, you couldn't calculate. It's an extremely important number. So,
We
if you're a 0, well then you're very important.
You're hot.
You're hot.
All right,
Yes.
so let's move forward with the King of Cups.
Oh yes.
All right, so if we have a bundle keeper out there who is watching, you as the King of Cups would be just the perfect man. And we had said a shoulder to cry on, perhaps. The man who's able to emotionally invest himself in the situation at hand completely and totally in a very controlled way.
Yeah, it's control of your emotions. So it's not that you lack emotion, but that you're in command and control of your emotions, which is good because then you're not a victim of your own emotional, of the waves of emotion that come over us sometimes. You notice it almost like waves, don't you? So you're able to control that. And we were also saying that it could just be being very kind and compassionate and loving for the month, for the entire month of March.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the position of challenge.
Yes.
Okay. We had, and let me consult my trusty little book,
Yes.
we had the 5 of Swords reversed.
Uh-oh.
Which actually better in the reverse.
It is better in the reverse.
Because I always call the 5 of Swords the rock and the hard place card.
Right.
Because you may have won the battle, but you haven't won the war. But in reverse, it's better because you're looking for a way to win in a broader way, in a bigger way. And bigger meaning with that King of Cups. From the heart, so you're like operating this month. You're focused. Your entire focus comes from the heart, and so we had said perhaps you're trying to compromise, or you're learning how to have a relationship.
I think that's good enough. Yeah,
You do.
I think that summarizes it very well.
We kind of agreed upon
Yeah,
this
we did.
beforehand.
Surprisingly, yes. So let's
All right.
keep it at that. Yeah.
The next card that we had was the 2 of Wands in the upright, Ava.
Okay, in the unexpected.
In the position of the unexpected.
All right.
Yes. For the month of
And,
March for
yeah.
Leo.
All right, so unexpectedly, this is a card of decision making. There's a decision to keep with what is safe, whatever that may be, or to do something a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more risky, a little bit more passionate, to hold on to that which you've already secured and stay there, or to take a chance and to try something that has more of an unknown surrounding it.
And then in the last position, I'm going to just zip
Yeah.
to that because that was the biggie. We had the Lovers, the Major Arcana Lovers card in the upright, which is the card of the soulmate, the card of the twin flame. This is the major stuff. This is the once in a lifetime or twice in a lifetime for some people relationship can be if we're speaking to those who are in love relationships, I like to speak to that. Ava likes to speak to single people and dogs.
My peeps. I love dogs.
And dogs.
And single people.
Yes. But if this is our Leos out there, if I'm speaking to our Leos out there who are in relationship, this is the big stuff. And the Spirit's giving you a big pat on the back because you're doing a great job learning how to compromise and work your way around situations that could even devastate.
Yes.
Like, because this 5 is that is where the chaos happens. Okay, so you're managing chaos, and what's better than that?
Or disparate interests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have the 2 as well. So so even if you might even be thinking about a move, and unexpectedly you might want to relocate, and that could be a part of it. You may not be agreeing upon that, you and your love interest, partner, spouse. Okay, you ready to read for dogs and single people?
Dogs and single people.
All right.
Briefly, is that it's a card of Gemini, meaning that you need to see both sides of an issue, and you need to evaluate your needs and the facts of the situation from everyone's perspective, and then reach a very fair outcome while taking into consideration.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's
see.
Ask Spirit to infuse these cards
with
wisdom,
compassion,
and insight.
Yes. You know, when I begin my yoga class, I teach on the beach. I envision light surrounding all of us before I begin my class. And so it's a nice thing to do. You can help us out there and envision light.
Surrounding your television, computer,
yes,
or your mobile device.
Yes. Or your mobile device.
That's right. And I think that's a good practice anyway. We should
It is.
all envision
light around
surrounding
our mobile devices.
Yes.
Ta-da-da-da!
All right, Leo, and the first card in the position of environment for you for the month of April
is...
Okay, so we're feeling a bit drained. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a great card. It can mean, in the upright, that you're falling in love. Something brand new is being offered to you, which is of the heart. It's emotional. However, we have this in the inverse. Opening the month of April, I'm going to pass this over.
Well, it's if you look at the symbol, the cup is a symbol really of the heart. And when you're overflowing with love, this love becomes a source of joy for yourself and a joy for others. But in the inverse, you're pulling that in instead of sharing it out. You're doing the opposite. You're sort of pulling the feelings and the emotions back in to you. And you aren't wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're keeping close to your breast, they say. You're keeping your feelings close to your breast. For some reason, you don't want to let that flow out to the rest of your particular world environment, the people within your world environment. So there's a sort of contraction, a pulling in of feelings. Often this is self-protective. People do this when they feel a threat from the outside, or they don't feel as safe and secure where they are. And so they don't want to share, because if they share, then it's a vulnerability. They feel vulnerable. And so there is a contraction of that for whatever reason. You're not ready to let go yet. Maybe you've just found a new love. And at this stage in this relationship, you're not quite ready yet to be completely open-hearted. Or
I always see this card as feeling drained.
And feeling drained.
Emotionally drained.
Yes, yes.
Because it's interesting that, okay, so it's reversed. So was it offered and then it reversed? Or is it reversed and then it is offered? That's kind of the question.
Yeah.
So if it was offered and now it is in the reverse, for some reason, this situation is now draining you. This situation that had so inspired you and ignited your passions in the beginning has suddenly become not a source of energy, because those constant love texts and, the first bout of love is like a drug.
Right, it's like a drug.
So either you have been off the drug and you're feeling drained, or someone who is on the drug is draining you.
Right.
Yeah, but because it is like a drug.
Love is?
Love is a drug.
Well, it feels like one.
Well, they say that it lights up the same part of your brain that LSD does, basically. And that's why when people break up, they suffer greatly, because they're actually like in withdrawal.
Yeah, no more dopamine.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, so you might be out of dopamine.
Yes, all that dopamine is flowing out of your cup here.
Yep.
But what really could be, there's in the upright, there's a sort of a peace, a harmony and a peace, and reversed, it can mean there's sort of a little bit of a turbulence. The waters are maybe flowing out too quickly. Maybe it's too fast. Maybe everything is happening too rapidly and you can't keep up, and which is why you feel kind of drained. Things are moving to ahead of the natural development of the feelings.
Something has turned this initial emotional high into a real bummer.
Well, for some, again,
it's a bummer.
It's just, it can have a sort of a spectrum of meanings, and from that to simply
disinterest, even
just a waiting to see, not completely committing. You see?
Yeah, that too.
No, you don't want to commit your heart yet.
And that would be if it was inverted before it was.
Right.
Or maybe you're flip-flopping.
Or maybe you've met someone and you're still not committed.
Yeah.
There are, I was listening to, that there are some people you meet and there's almost an immediate camaraderie. And there's other people you meet where there's almost a repulsion. Right? So these are they belong in the spiritual realm. This whole phenomenon belongs in the spirit. You can't understand why.
Now she's reading for single people and dogs.
Yes, but you really
there may be a repulsion.
There may be a repulsion.
That's true. Okay, you ready to move on?
Yeah, absolutely.
We spent a lot of time on that card.
Really?
Well, and what do we have here, Ava?
Well, there's your challenge.
Announce that card, please.
It's the devil upright.
Did we not say in the recap that these little kitty cat friends of ours like to get the devil. You guys love the devil.
Well,
There you go. Power struggle.
yeah, the no wonder it's reversed then, you see.
Yeah.
So you're not, you're pulling back.
You're pulling back, yes.
You're pulling back because your challenge is
To get a hold of yourself.
to get a hold of yourself and to take the chains off, because this relationship
Or addiction
to
the relationship.
you can have a relationship with a drug, you can have a relationship with a person, you can have a relationship with your career, but the relationship is not balanced.
You can have a relationship with your iPhone that will not stay quiet.
And this is really the devil right here. So quiet the devil, would you?
I'm trying.
And
Let me bury it under a pillow pile. All right. There we go. It's buried under a pillow pile.
our smartphones are too smart for us.
Yes,
We don't
okay.
even know how to turn them off anymore.
So you're addicted to a high. Okay, I'm going to say a high because we've got the Ace of Cups. And what is the Ace of Cups? It's a high, all right? So reversed, it tells us that this is a high that is negative. That's what I'm saying.
But it's worthwhile to speak a little bit to it from the angle of that wonderful study that I read about, in which people are actually attracted to perpetrators of abuse. If that abuser, even if it's just pure abuse, but if that abuser punctuates his abuse with kindness. So when your abuser is both kind and abusive, it becomes even more addictive.
Like the dogs in the backyard. Cut. I can't take it. I'm gonna date
a black Irish guy.
No, I'm gonna date like a black man.
I hear
Not
it
a
all the
white
time.
black
I'm black.
You're a white black man.
Black people tell me it all the time. Like, you're black.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right, black man.
Pick it up.
Is it going?
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Back to the devil.
Back to the devil.
All right, so in the
So
position
yes,
of challenge.
it's about contending with your abuser,
Yes.
or abusing yourself.
Yes.
Which what is that?
There's a certain amount of darkness that goes along with this card because this also has to do with the dark recesses of the
Your own
soul.
psyche, yes.
Yeah, your own psyche.
Yeah. So it's about dealing with those parts of your psyche that you've relegated to the subconscious.
Right, and it is also the least spiritual card, obviously. It's steeped in materialism.
I don't happen to believe in the devil.
No, I'm
Or
saying it's
evil, but-
steeped in materialism.
Oh, but
and that is what this is, because this is, well, every
Yeah.
sign, when we talk about this, has a
That's right.
major arcana card that coincides with us. And this would be Capricorn,
Right.
which Capricorn is represented by the devil because Capricorn is supposedly the most materials of all of the signs.
Materialistic sign.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing.
Well, yes, it is
For
a bad
Capricorn.
thing. Well, it is because that's their lesson in this life.
Yes, but it's
Because they're so good.
But it's their strength, too.
It's their strength. They're so good in the material world.
Yes.
They're comfortable in. They're the most comfortable in the earth experience.
Mm-hmm.
This earth, when they reincarnate as a Capricorn, they're the ones who usually are born prematurely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they are eager to get their hands involved in it. So they make they're the builders, the architects, the designers. They really have a feel for this plane of existence.
Right, they're like the Wall Street guys. I always
Yeah.
think of Leonardo DiCaprio and The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean,
Right.
he was like a perfect Capricorn because
He
it's
was.
all about strategy, investing, material
And they're like this.
things, which
But that's their lesson,
Mhm.
is that they're so good at it. That's where they're also weak. They're weak because they are so magnetized by that they forget completely that they're spiritual beings.
and so that's your challenge.
Yeah, that's your challenge, is to remember who you are and to live beyond the things
The chains
the chains of the material world
And the pleasures therein.
and the pleasures therein, and to appreciate who you are as a spiritual being, and to live above the dictates of profit and loss,
Or your own carnal desires.
or your own carnal desires. So you've got quite a challenge there.
Yeah, there you go. Just in April, though.
Just in April.
So far. Let's see.
All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, Leo. Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Okay, so in the position of the unexpected, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And that is great because unexpectedly you're going to see an upward you're going to feel an upward sort of momentum going on. And things are going to sort of change for you mid-month. Maybe there's, and this is kind of interesting on the heels of the Devil, but and we're speaking to materialism, so you could have a change in fortune. You may see that things are becoming, well, let's just say in your favor. Things are going in your favor. And that perhaps has something to do with this cup. Because maybe you're not handling it well. We don't always handle our luck well. And that's kind of what I got. What do you have?
Well, you know,
It's a great card.
Certainly, it can often say your luck is up, your fortune is good.
But the
Suddenly,
wheel is turning.
right? It's about change. But you know, when I'm looking at the card, for some reason, what I'm seeing, if you've noticed these
The
archetypes,
ecclesiastical symbols, right?
well, they're all reading books. Have you ever noticed that? Look at them. They're all
Right.
reading.
Because it's from the Revelation of John,
Well,
supposedly.
the reading is, I believe, that you find unexpectedly some instruction, some guidance, some input from your research, from what you've been from the way that you've been moving through your situation. You have garnered information
Right.
that helps lift you up out of the chains of the devil. That there's some sort of,
Ecclesiastical,
it could be
Because that's what it
ecclesiastical,
is.
or well, yes, but not strictly speaking.
Literally.
It's any kind of scriptural guidance. So you get guidance either from something you've read, or somebody who is giving you spiritual upliftment. And whether you get that from your books or whether you get that from someplace in your world, it's contributing to a revolution, because that's what the wheel is. It's revolving. It's a revolution.
Right, it's almost like Cinderella, where the clock strikes midnight and the devil's out.
And the devil's out.
And the wheel is in, and it's in the upright.
And that's right. And so from some source, whether it comes from literature, from a deeper understanding of something, from just some revelation,
Yeah. It's like the clock strikes 12.
right? And then you move forward, and you're brought out from this circumstance,
Right.
right? Let's see how it ends.
We're spooked.
Oh, look at that, 3 major arcana cards in a row.
Look at that. Wow.
You have the moon upright.
I like that, though. That's a card of reflection.
Yeah.
That's a really good card because, well, I mean, the moon can be a lot of things. Let's just start with that, as can all the major arcana cards. Mean a lot of different things. But moving out of this devil in the position of challenge, this sort of carnal impulse to just sort of please yourself, into this deep reflection and this sort of pulling back, which we have here. So there's this sense of going inward and doing some really deep work, which often when this card comes up, it can speak to dreaming. It can speak to that really deep stuff that we resolve while we're asleep.
Yeah, sleep is about that too. It's a psychological healing that takes place when you sleep. That's why if you don't sleep well, you're actually depriving yourself of that therapy.
Yeah.
And which is why you need sleep.
And it's hard work sometimes,
hard work.
sleeping.
It can be.
If you ever really try and remember your dreams, which
yes.
might be a good thing for Leo
Yes,
to do.
try to remember what you're dreaming about, because there's a lot of information there.
Exactly.
That's right, there's information there. Something on a subconscious level that you're not dealing with is...
That may have you in this challenged position.
Yeah, of either succumbing to...
Self-medication.
Self-medicating, or this power struggle that you're dealing with.
This draining.
Which is draining you. At the end, you see the moon puts light on the subconscious.
It's a reflection.
So you're as above, so below. So that you can repress whatever you want to repress psychologically, but it never goes away.
Well, that's why they call it lunacy.
Yeah, because if you don't deal with things on a conscious and rational level, then they play havoc with your mental well-being. So this is about reflecting on those areas that you haven't dealt with completely, that you pushed, you don't want to deal with it right now. I don't want to think about that. I'll deal with that next month.
Right.
But you're dealing with it this month.
But this is a great card because after the moon comes the sun and the wheel's in the upright. And so if this dream work is accomplished, the next thing you know, you're going to feel invigorated. You're going to feel a new sense of vitality.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly. Trudy.
exactly. So we've got this work to do.
Right. But that's a wonderful thing. So it's also a very moody card because the moon is changeable. So you might be a little bit moody at the end of the month too. If you notice that, that's okay. So
which this speaks to as well.
Yes.
You're going to be a little grumpy this month. So warn your family, your spouse, your friends, and your single people and your dog.
The dog is howling at the moon.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Thanks again.
So thank you for joining us, dear Leo, for your April forecast. You have a few challenges, but things are looking up, definitely looking up for you. So thank you very much. And come and join us next month, May. April, May. Yes, April, May.
Can we dance around the maypole?
Oh yeah.
Can we make one?
Let's make the maple. All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Cut.
And if you do, you have future real bright. And it's a combination of consistency. Come on and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. With another sunrise, it's a brand new day. So gonna make a little list to keep the words away. I gotta dance just a little bit, move to be free. Keep my head up, don't forget to be me. Like I won $1 million, like I hit the pay dirt. Gonna smile from ear to ear, the kind that makes your face hurt. And we'll laugh, jump, sing loud, not afraid to shout about being happy, living it out. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you want a good tomorrow, it's pretty simple, gotta find a light to follow. And if you do, you have a future real bright. And it's a combination of consistency, come on.